what's up everyone? Daniel Kayser here at E3 2017, and right now I'm chatting with Derek Bradley, who's the game director on Ashen. Definitely a big game here at the show. We got to see a lot more of it this year, so let's dive right in. Good to see you, Derek. Thanks for joining us. Tell us all about Ashen here at E3.
Sure, so just to give you a really brief rundown of Ashen, Ashen's an action RPG game. So it features stamina-based combat, which is generally quite high risk, and adrenaline-based kind of stuff, and then passive multiplayer. So there are no real barriers to you connecting with other people. You can kind of just wander around our big open world, and people will just kind of walk into your view, and you can choose to stick with them or run away from them, do whatever you want to do. But essentially that's our way of balancing out the harshness of the combat, and then there's a really fluid way of getting other people to help you out with the world, whether they're helping you in really tough fighting situations, or if they're just showing you where secrets are, or just touring around the world with you, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, those types of games tend to be pretty difficult. Is the difficulty in this game kind of targeting the harder area?
Really good question, because I mean, people can do a lot of it by themselves too. So for people who want to be really hardcore and take the more difficult route, there's definitely that still. But in general, we are using our multiplayer to pull it back a little bit, to make it a little bit more user-friendly, and while the challenge is still very much there, and you've got to really work out how things work and figure out the bosses, figure out the kind of tactics of each enemy if you want to perfect it. There is that little bit of softness of people will kind of teach you how to do it naturally because they're around you all the time.
Yeah, one of the unique aspects of this game obviously is the art style too. It's a beautiful game, it looks wonderful, maybe not even indicative of the type of gameplay that it offers. It seems kind of inviting and welcoming, but at the same time, a dark world to explore. It's in a really interesting space. Tell us how you landed on the art style.
Sure, so the art style is actually a really interesting question. I mean, you can see it behind us, they've got no faces. And so it was really a gameplay choice right at the start that we looked at it and we wanted people to, first of all, for yourself, when you put yourself into a character or project yourself into a character, we believe it's a lot easier to project onto a blank canvas than it is onto something that's really art directed already, or someone else has chosen what it's going to look like, even with a character creator. So we've pulled it right back to being blank faces that you can relate to and you can project yourself onto, but at the same time, when you meet other people out in the world, they have that same thing. So you're judging them by their actions, by how they play with you, how they cooperate with you, and what you achieve together, really.
Your team achieved something great when this past week at the Xbox press conference when the game was shown on stage. Talk a little bit about what that moment was like for you all.
Sure, that was a really exciting moment. I mean, there's nothing quite like it for a gamer like myself. I mean, getting into an E3 conference is amazing. And I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen at those things because it's so secretive. It's such a special moment that we didn't even know Phil was going to mention us. We didn't know any of that sort of stuff. And seeing your sort of hard work put out there is just an amazing, amazing moment.
So, obviously using Unreal Engine, talk a little bit about how Unreal has played a role in getting this game to where it is now and how it's helped the team.
Sure, so I mean, as a baseline, Unreal feels like we've got a few extra team members. Like, for the type of game we're making, for what we're doing, the tools that Unreal offers us, and just the general stuff that we didn't know was going to happen, even that Unreal just says, hey, we've been developing this, or you see a new patch come out and it's like, oh, that did this, and we had it in our plan for next month, is a very common occurrence for us. So if you're trying to make something big, ambitious, something like Ashen that is kind of, we're a small indie team doing this thing, Unreal is an absolute godsend to us. And on top of that, we've been dev grant recipients from Unreal Engine 2, so we've had support from so many angles from Unreal. It's been amazing.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to the project throughout development. Tell us where it is at in development right now and when we could actually expect to get our hands on it.
So we're still in pre-alpha, very much developing the game. We have a release in 2018, but we don't have a set date within that yet.
Where can folks go to learn more about Ashen?
You can go to ashen-game.com. You can also visit our Twitter, Aurora44 Games, and you should be able to find out more there.
Perfect. Thanks so much for your time. Hope you have an awesome E3. For the latest on all things Unreal Engine, you can head online to unrealengine.com.